Do you think that you know ball? Well, the Jage page, a man who needs no introduction, Jage, has orchestrated a Google Forms submission that has been sent out around on Twitter. If you guys follow him or anywhere around Mariner's Twitter, you've probably already seen this, but I wanted to document my journey through this submission. I know Colton's already submitted his, and he picked the Royals to win the AL Central. So if you know ball, you're probably doing that as well. And if you're looking for this prediction contest to fill out yourself, it is on Jage's Twitter, the pinned tweet on his account. So go to @the Jage page on Twitter, follow him, click this, get started. They'll also be linked down in the description, but I just need to input my Twitter here. I'm not going to use the Mariner Mojo one, just that way Colton and I can use it together, but there are some things that you need to read there, which I've already read prior to this, but let's get cracking. What do we know ball? Which position player will have the highest F4 in 2024? Who will have the highest F4? I think a pretty safe answer is Julio Rodriguez. How many wins will Julio be worth in 2024? If I think that he's going for a 40-40 year, I feel like he's got to be between 6 and 7. How many wins F4 will Cal Raleigh be worth in 2024? I'm going to go between 4 and 5. I think it's a safe bet. I think JP, I'm going to be a little tame on JP. I'm going to go 3 to 4. I know might be the coward's way out, but it's still a good season. Ty France, hard for his value to be super, super high, but I do think he will eclipse 2. I think he will get past 2, but not much more. I'm going to go 2 to 3. Polanco, I'm going to go 1 to 2. Yeah, I'm going to go 1 to 2. Garver, I'm also going to go 1 to 2. Only because potentially limited action. I'm going to give Polanco 2 to 3. Garver 1 to 2, though, if he's DHing only, like DH war is kind of hard to value. But if I think he's going to have a good year, screw it. I'm high on all these guys. 2 to 3 for Mitch Garver. Call it a day. They're pitching me some questions here. Which pitcher will have the highest F4 in 2024? George Kirby. How many WAR will Luis Castillo be worth? I'm going to say 4 to 5. 4 to 5 seems fair. I think Logan will be around 3 and 4, and I think George is above 5. 5 plus for Mr. Kirby there. Bryce Miller, I'm going to go 1 to 2. Brian Wu, I'm going to go 2 to 3 for Bryce, 1 to 2 for Wu. I've liked more I'm going to go 1 to 2 for both. I think oh, this is hard. I am going to be flip-flopping a ton. Oh, this is tough. Miller or Wu? Miller or Wu? I think Miller's going to have a better year. At this point, what I've seen so far throughout spring and offseason, the vibes are high with Miller now for me. Who will lead the Mariners in saves this season? Closer by committee. Pockets of hitters that Scott Service likes to go to. I still think Andres Munoz, especially with Brash and Santos potentially being out for the first month, Munoz is the safe answer there. I'm going, I think, with the popularity contest here in terms of most of these, but who have more games played in the outfield in 2024? Rayleigh, Mitch, Dom, Ooh. This is an interesting question. I think Luke Rayleigh is probably the safe answer. But Dom Canzone has looked very good in spring with his bat. Wild card pick. Dominic Canzone. Why not? We'll have more games played at third base in 2024. I'm going to say Josh Rojas. He is the strong side platoon against right-handed pitching there. More games played at catcher. Blake, Sebi, Harry Ford, or Garver. Can't pick Cal. Garver. I want Garver to catch like less than 15 games. Do I think Sebi catches? I think Sebi's going to catch more there, but Blake Hunt could be a sneaky option. If Sebi's doing really bad, they just might get rid of him and call it Blake Hunt. But which player will have the most F4 between Haggerty, Moore, Urias, Rojas, Taylor, Anderson, Zavala, or Marlowe? Josh Rojas, I think, is being severely underrated by a lot of the prediction and projection models. So Josh Rojas is my guy. About halfway through this, I realized I should probably zoom in. So we got bigger now. Which player will have the most F4 in 2024? Polanco, Garver, Mitch Haniger, Ty France, Luke Rayleigh, or Dominic Canzone, huh? If I had to pick between, I'm going to go with Ty France. I believe in the driveline buff. Which prospect will have the most F war? I think, Ryan Bliss could make a good amount of sense. So could Tyler Locklear, but I'm going to go with Emerson Hancock. I'm going to. The Mariners will win between 90 and 95 games. I think, is the division theirs? Is the division theirs? Between 90 and 95, the division very well could be theirs. I will go with wild card 1, though. I believe wild card 1. How far will the Mariners go in the playoffs? Why not us? Why not us? Who wins AL MVP? I mean, a little bit of bias never hurt anybody, right? But realistically, like Kyle Tucker is a big competitor here. Soto and Judge being on the same team, it didn't stop Corey Seager and Marcus Semien last year. But if I had to pick one of these guys, I mean, Julio, I think, has I won't say the least amount of help around him, but Julio will be able to do the most with what's around him. JP leading off, Julio batting second. JP's there to be driven in, and then Polanco keeps the line moving, Julio scoring. There's a lot of options for Julio to get a bunch of stats. AL Cy Young is funny because I really think George Kirby will win it? Not necessarily. But I think it would be sick if he did, obviously. My pick out of these guys might be other, but who? From this, I like Kevin Gossman. I think if Corbin Burns is healthy, I can get behind it. I don't think Cole goes back-to-back. I don't think Framber's got it. Skubal, the Tigers have to be competitive for it to make sense. Obviously, the Mariners guys. Pablo Lopez is interesting. You know what? Why not? Who cares? I know ball. I don't need to pretend. Who wins NL MVP? Does Ronnie go back-to-back? I think if I had, I would lean Mookie or Fernando Tatis Jr. And you know what? I'll go with FTJ. I'll go with Tatis. I think Mookie though would be my actual pick, but I'm changing it up and going Tatis. NL Cy Young, Spencer Strider, does he finally get it done? Yamamoto's crazy if he was able to do it in his first year in the MLB, but I'll go with Spencer Strider. I think he will get there this year. Who wins the AL East? The AL Beast. The Yankees sign another starting pitcher like Blake Snell. If there's still possibility there, maybe. Baltimore is enticing. Young core, good pitching. Wins the AL Central. Colton would be mad at me if I don't pick the Kansas City Royals, and I am not going to. I think Detroit is going to be sneaky. I'm going with Detroit. Why not? I know exactly why not. They're not that good. I feel like Minnesota. Do I go Minnesota? Cleveland? It's all a crapshoot. Doesn't really matter. Let's go with Detroit. It's been a while for them. AL West, I said that the Mariners would get wild card 1, so that means I don't have them winning the division, more than likely. Who wins the 3 AL wild card spots? The wild card 1, I said, will be the Seattle Mariners. Wild card 2 will be, I believe, the New York Yankees. And we'll go wild card 3 as the Toronto. Can they keep getting away with wild card 3, Toronto Blue Jays? I don't think the Rangers make it back. I think they're on the outside looking in. Nah. Rangers over Blue Jays? Rangers over Blue Jays. Who wins the American League? Who wins the pennant? I had the Mariners going all the way, so why not? NL East. It's hard to not pick the Braves here. NL Central. I like the Cubs for the Central there. Who will win the NL West? It's hard to not pick Los Angeles Dodgers, so we're going with Los Angeles Dodgers. Wild card 1 here, I think, goes to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Had a really good offseason, in my opinion. Wild card 2 goes to Philadelphia. And for wild card 3, I think the Padres have enough? No. Do the Giants have enough? Not really. Wow. Who am I thinking? Let's go with Cincinnati. Let's go with Cincinnati. Why not? Who wins the National League? Well, I mean, I feel like it's hard to not go with the Dodgers. But the Mariners, oh boy, our Seattle Mariners are taking it home. Submit. We're done. Our response has been recorded. Do I know ball or am I biased? You let me know down in the comments down below. It's all for fun. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but you guys should also play along. Remember, it's on Jage's Twitter, so go follow the Jage page on Twitter and click on the pinned tweet for the submission form and fill it out yourself to participate. Let's have a good MLB season and go Mariners.